Alright, we're doing another test here. Mic check, test 1, 2, 3. Alright. Looks like it's working just fine here on this glorious sunny day. I'm proud to be on this video game called Genshin Impact. I can't wait to dive into the new quest that I unlocked for the Shilonen character. And yeah, everything's looking great. Everything's amazing. Everything's wonderful in the world. And super excited to do these dailies here today. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing this weird accent. I don't know if I was going for Matthew McConaughey or what, but we are on Genshin Impact again. Because that's all I ever stream these days. But today we're going to finish off some of these Battle Pass things. So we're going to do, well, one. We're going to do the defeat a boss thing for the Battle Pass, so that way we get rid of that and we can claim the points. We're going to go ahead and do my throat. We're going to go ahead and do Shilonen's Tribal Chronicles quest. And let me see how many. Yeah, I got 120 resin, not bad. So once I do the boss for the last boss for this week, which is going to be for Shilonen, I still won't be able to ascend her. Yeah. So I won't be able to ascend her to 80, but I will be able to claim all of the unique rewards for her Tribal Chronicles, which includes 6 more boss mats. If I get lucky and got 4, then that would put me up to 8 going into the Ascension, which means I would only need 4 more to get her to level 80. But I won't be doing that this week. I will be doing that next week, which is not too far off. I mean, the Battle Pass starts on Tuesday for me, so it's not like I had much time with it anyway, so that's what I get for focusing on Sucrose early on. Before I decided to try and get Shilonen with Genesis Crystals, as I forgot I had Genesis Crystals. But yeah, Sucrose is just 1 or 2 boss fights away from Ascension as well, so that would be nice. But yeah, I don't even know why I did it, because she only gets animal damage bonus. I don't use her that often, so yes, I know she's great at level 90, but I don't plan on getting characters to level 90 until, at very least, I get 1 character to level 90 without using experience buffs. So I don't know why I was going to ascend Sucrose. I think the unit I meant to do that for was Candace. This is who I meant to do that for, because at least she would get more HP, which directly helps her kit with her normal damage bonus increase and all that stuff. So I should have farmed for Candace's mats before I got Shilonen. But anyways, that it is what it is. I already did it, so might as well finish off Sucrose first and then focus on Candace. But for today, what we are going to do is, I'm just going to do... Character is currently being used by another quest. Huh. That's interesting. I only have these quests. I guess it's part of Shilonen's quest? I don't know, that's weird. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this commission over here. Go ahead and claim my daily check-in reward. 20 more primos, yay. Check my notices to get that off my screen. No more exclamation mark, yay, alright. Let's read the update summary, since I can't show it on screen anyway. Fixes an issue whereby the Archon quest No One Fights Alone could not progress, as the Spirit Way would disappear abnormally under certain circumstances when carrying out the quest objective, Board the Spirit Way. Fixes an issue whereby the trial character Mavuika is able to leave the quest area under certain circumstances. That's interesting. Fixes an issue whereby Shilonen's passive talent, Tour of Tepehete, is unable to take effect under certain circumstances. Fixes an issue in the events overview page of the Aphid Treasure Trace event, whereby the recommended quest prompt would fail to display if all quests in Chapter 5, Act
4 of the Arkham quests have not been completed. Travelers who encountered the above issues may exit the game via the Paimon menu, close the game client, and log into the game again to resolve the issue. Well, I do have an issue with the Aphid treasure trace at the moment, and I haven't even really looked at it, but I think it's saying it just fails to display. At least for me, I can see it. Alright, let's check out my achievements so far. I haven't claimed any of these yet. It's not like I would get a whole lot, but let's see. So we're at 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, and 45 Prima Gems from the achievements. Not a whole lot, but I mean, everything helps, right? Let's go ahead and do this commission here, and we'll get our dailies out of the way. I kind of want to see what would happen if I take the picture at the wrong time and then come back and talk to him. Like, if I would get an achievement for that. So far, he's had me taking pictures of different places over and over again. Alright, so I have to do it at 6, between 6 and 8. Okay. Yeah, I think I've been here before. I think I've taken the picture here before in the past. I just got to pop up on my computer about Adguard. Okay, turn that off. Yeah, I'm not even able to use Adguard right now, so... It is a nice service, though. When I was using it, it was so good. No weird pop-ups. There were some times where I like to read articles regarding some kind of news, and sometimes those websites where you're just trying to read news have a crap ton of pop-ups. Or I visit a wiki or something for a video game, like Genshin, and then the wiki page, website, whatever, has a bunch of pop-ups. It's like, Adguard is really good for that. So if I get this job that I'm hoping to get, and I start making some money on that, I'll definitely pay for Adguard for a lifetime subscription. It was just that good. Yeah, before I do this commission, I also wanted to add the fact that I might stop the stream right away, depending on what happens. But I'm expecting some sort of notification, some form of notification, whether it's a direct phone call, a text message, or an email, that I have another interview for this job that I'm trying to get. It would be the 3rd interview, so I'm pretty far into the hiring process. I don't know if I'll get the job, but I think my in-person interview went very well. At the very least, I was satisfied with it. So even if I don't get the job, I'm at least content with how I did. I don't think I could have done any better. I don't think I really made any mistakes. I was pretty upfront and honest about everything, and I think they appreciated it based off of their expressions, their mannerisms, and their willingness to talk. And the whole interview was like some questions, and then mostly just getting to know each other and talking and enjoying each other's company. So, again, even if I don't get the job, at least I felt that it was a worthwhile shot. So yeah, if I get a notification today and it says, hey, you got to prepare for your interview or something like that, it's a phone interview, so I would have to stop everything I'm doing, maybe just pause or something, and then I'll answer the phone and go from there on the side. And of course, I would be muting myself while I pause the stream. But yeah, that could happen, potentially. If they say something like, hey, this is just a phone call to let you know to come in so we can talk to you again with the regional guy or whatever, then I'll definitely just stop the stream and I'll be like, hey, I'll be there in like 20, 30 minutes. Just give me a moment. I need to get ready and call an Uber and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at real life-wise. So now I'm going to try to fail this commission because I've done it a bunch of times and I'm pretty sure I have taken a picture of this job. It was either this one or this one. I think it was this with the ukuleles and guitars and stuff. So I'm going to take a picture here. It's going to be the wrong time. And let me see now if I can go back to the commission guy and turn it in. And get some sort of wacky achievement for failing the commission. Let's see if it allows me to do that. I guess not. I guess you just cannot fail the commission. That's a shame. That would have been a fun little achievement to get. Like, hey, you didn't do it at the right time. What were you thinking? Come on. Why? Why are you so stupid? Anyway. Also, I did the Archon quest, and I don't really know if there was a change in scenery. I'm not good at paying attention to those things, but I do see plenty of people still alive, and so that's something. Especially since the Archon quest showed so many dead bodies, it was crazy. I was very surprised by that. Would I say pleasantly surprised? No, but I liked it. I liked how dark Genshin was able to get. It didn't feel like a kid's game in those moments, or it didn't feel specifically like a kid's game. It still felt like a kid's game, but it wasn't like so much of a kid's game that I got done with the Archon quest thinking, oh yeah, kids can definitely play this. This is no big deal. Death in a video game, not a big deal. No, it was actually like there was a lot of tragic moments. Paimon's over here crying, having sincere reactions and stuff, or at least as sincere as it could feel. And I think that's that little bit of, I don't want to say dark drama. No, that's not the right term. Realism might not be the right term either, but that feeling you get just from watching and you get that's like pit in your stomach, this anxious feeling where it's like, oh my god, you know, there's consequences. There are stakes on the line. You know, things are happening that, you know, may change the whole region or whatever when you're exploring it. So it's, and I don't think it did, but it felt like it could have had an impact on the entire region during the Archon quest. So kudos to Hoyoverse Genshin Impact team for getting that done. This is a pretty cool Archon quest. Pretty high stakes, you know, with everybody that was like dropping left and right. I think on the screen at times when you're opening up the map to go to the next area to fight something, I don't want to spoil too much if you didn't see it already. There was statistics where it was like how many monsters are invading, how many deaths have there been so far. And I don't know if it was referring to deaths of civilians or deaths of the monsters that you took out or something like that. I can't remember. But there were quite a few casualties according to the numbers that were showing up on the screen. So it's like, those could have been just random NPCs in Fatui that you'll never even meet, but still, it was just like, wow, yeah, there's a lot of tragic stuff happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and use the rest of our resin, so that way we can just get the encounter point. Let's fight this boss. Whoops, didn't mean to navigate. There we go. Teleport point. And once we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead and just do gold ley lines again, because I need the Mora. I don't like being below a certain amount. Owie. Oh, how come that didn't perfect for me? I was trying to counter there, but it didn't use the skill. What's going on, Beto? Come on. Okay, do I have to knock this thing down a certain amount of health before it finally does its, There we go, there's the pillars. That's what I was waiting for. Okay.
Eyes on me.
And now we can do play.
Time to testify.
Will this kill? No, it will not. That didn't kill either? Dang.
All right.
There we go. Kirara got it. Okay, I guess it is worth just hitting it as much as possible with like as high damage, as high amount of damage as possible before it goes into its weak and say, oh, I didn't get the 4. Okay, that's okay. I kind of knew that was going to happen. Oh, energy recharge. Okay, we do like that on Exile. This sucks. No, I'm not going to keep that. Alright, commissions. Here we go. Not commissions, weekly missions. Defeat the 10 bosses. Alright, so that's out of the way. And I think I mentioned this before, I cannot ascend her to 80. But now we can get her to the 70 range. So I just need to get 3 more of these geocrystals. Alright, let's go do our ley lines now. Map, please. There we go. So I'll start out over here. I do like that in the beginning parts of an expansion, the regions are so small. Not really that the regions are so small, it's just that where you go to find the ley lines, like the gold and blue ley lines, they're so close by, you don't really have to go that far to get to each one. And so they really only cycle between like 3 or 4 different places at a time. So yeah, you don't really have to go out of your way to get to a ley line area, which is nice. Go. Let me go ahead and get that geocrystallize. And boom. Now the electro damage bonus and the Geo bonus was increased. Yep, Electro 86, Geo 40. Man, I really like that buff. That is such an awesome buff to have.
Alright.
Oh, I keep forgetting I don't have to press the skill button on Shilonen when it does like the weird change thing.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
I don't think I got the electro damage bonus there, reaction, because I had used Kirara first. Whoops. That's okay. Still getting used to trying out these rotations. It would have been even worse if I tried to use Nahida, because Nahida has so much Dendrite. It's like, okay, when am I going to see an electro application that I can swirl or geo crystallize or whatever? Wait, is it already way over there? Yeah, it is. Okay. See, I just did this ley line, and it only went to 2 different spots in this area. And then after I completed those 2 ley lines, it already transitioned to the next area. So, and on top of that, one of the blue ley lines is over here. So that means I'm probably only going to have 2 fights of gold ley lines over here.
Into the shadows.
Alright, so once we're done with these ley lines and commissions, what we are going to do is I am going to shred the resistance. I am going to then start Shilonen's quest, of which I'm not going to be talking. I'm going to have my mic muted as usual. React with Electro again. Whoops. I'm not meant to use that so far. And yeah, we're just going to finish that up. And like I said, if I get phone call notifications saying, hey, time to interview, I'm going to be pausing the stream. If I get a notification, like a text or something, that tells me, hey, your interview is scheduled for this time or whatever, I may just cut the stream and just start preparing or whatever. Possibly that. And lastly, if they tell me a notification that says, hey, we're ready to interview, we want you to go here at this time. Like, meet us here, get some transportation, blah, blah, blah. I'll just be like, okay, time to go.
Alright, let's finish this.
That. If we are on this. Many of them, there we go. Crystallize. And that done. Urara, that one. Sorry, little buddy. And then boom. Wow, oh my god, that's so good. She's not even ascended to get her passive yet. So I haven't crafted the Geo Crystal stuff yet, but yeah, that resistance shred from the talent, the little bit of talents that I have upgraded, as well as what you would call it, the damage bonus from Cinder City set is really impactful. You really feel it. Oh, I didn't make it in time. Give me my phlogiston back. There we go.
Alright, let's finish
Also, a
this
pretty
fast.
low time frame or downtime on her skill, so it's like you can switch to her and pretty much activate her skill almost immediately as a result. Go, take them out. Boom, 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 boom. And do another. Whoops, switch to the wrong character. Oh, he has Dendro. That's unfortunate. I wasn't able to react again. I think I can
Echoes of the
again.
valley.
There we go. I got the crystallized. Let's go.
Into the shadows.
I like that Kirara's Dendro app is not so high and ridiculous that it makes it hard to get the reaction. Also, I just noticed here that I only have 24% geo damage bonus. What caused that? Cinder City is 12 and 28. So what caused me to get a 24% geo damage bonus? 12 and 28 is 40. Maybe something in Claran's kit is giving me that bonus? Maybe it's the Whimsy set? Whoops. I meant to go from the attribute page. Yeah, something is giving me 12% damage bonus. So that's probably Cinder City right there. Does that mean that they don't stack? Hold on a sec. After the equipping character triggers a reaction related... I mean, they stack, but they're not counted as one. All nearby party members gain 12% damage bonus of the elemental type involved. If the equipping character is in the Night Soul's Blessing state when triggering this effect, all nearby party members gain an additional 20%. Oh, that's right! Okay, that makes sense. So if you use her skill in the Abyss, for example, and you deplete her Night Soul stuff, and then you do another elemental application, then switch back to burst with her. If while she's in her burst state, or if when you burst with her, she's no longer in her Night Soul's Blessing state or whatever, then you don't get the additional 28% on that reaction. So your burst triggering a Geo Crystallize will only give you the 12%. But hypothetically. So probably it's better to... Man, but does Night Soul State activate with the skill or just when you switch? Here this will gain Night Soul points. It's a blessing. I'm reading the whole thing from top to bottom right now. Yeah, okay, after using this... So you have to use her skill to even enter the state. Okay, so maybe having more than one element is not the greatest thing, because then you won't get the full 40% for multiple elements. Only in Natlan Overworld, pretty much. Interesting. I did not know that, but why am I getting a 24% geo damage bonus? Oh, Kirara! Duh! Kirara gives another 12% on her C6. I forgot about that already. Okay, so we're done with the gold ley lines. That's interesting. So this team really gives a lot of damage percent. Okay,
Add Astra.
let's go ahead and get
Thank you
these
for
done. There we go. Let's dispatch. Or get the expedition rewards and dispatch them for the new one, and then, okay, yeah, 4 hours till we claim the other rest of it. Let's go ahead and get our daily stuff done. Boom. There we go. Claim more rewards. Now I'm at level 11. And, yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me ascend Shilonen. Let's get... Oh, yeah, there's a new thing. We recently obtained or trained characters. I didn't recently obtain Zhongli. That's a weird one. Maybe they're talking about trained as in talent books, since I did just level his talents. And then there's Shilonen. So now... Oh, cool. What is this for? Oh, her weapon is sacrificial sword. That's weird, because my sacrificial sword is already level 90. Huh. Well, anyways, I really like this, though. Not having to figure out which talent books to upgrade. Okay, let's go ahead and get this done. I need 9 in total. Boom. Alright. I only have one of these. Maybe I should just craft the 6 right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and just craft the 6. So I'm up to 4. So 2 more. And I'm left with 3, and then I just need 6 more of these. Boom. There we go. Now I have everything I need to fully ascend her when the time comes. Oh, I'm so stupid. The quest is gonna would give me crystals, wouldn't it? Oh no, I don't think it would, because I think the quest rewards is only enough to get the character to level 60. Unless I'm wrong about that. I could just take a look at it in a second. And I have my volume muted on my TV, so I don't know if she said anything, but the last few times I ascended her, she didn't say anything. Let's see what the quest rewards are. Okay, yeah, it is just the little ones. Alright, so we didn't miss out on any free big crystals or anything. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself now and get started with the quest. Enjoy!
It's been several days now. Wonder if Plasoli has finished making the Blaze Gem inscription. Since Neshka's birthday is around the corner, let's go to the tribe and buy some things, and then pay the family a visit.
All right. Shilonen, good thing you're here. I'm wondering if I can...
Oh, the shelf on the left, second row down, first X on the right. That one's yours. And the garden hoe belongs to Ignal, and the hammer is Pakal's, so make sure you take the one that's yours.
I haven't even said why I'm here. But looks like you're about to head out for a break.
Yes, but I am going to take it right here. The temperature is just perfect today.
Really? But doesn't it feel a lot hotter than usual? I really don't want to stay out in this heat.
Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods.
I see. Oh, here comes another customer. I'll just leave you to it then, and pick up my axe.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Hey, Shilonen!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon! We meet again. Oh, you two seem to be in good spirits. How's your, Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues? Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle, even though I've already turned it over to you. There are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
Huh? So, what are the chances that something might still go wrong?
Well, less than the chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spirit way, I'd say.
Oh, well, that definitely would never happen.
I found the Exi-Lonin. Thanks a lot. By the way, Nichka's birthday's coming up real soon. Are you planning to visit her?
I've prepared a gift, and was just getting ready to take it to her.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Or, let me guess, woodworking tools?
Yeah, that's right. Flowers will wither, and toys will break, and snacks are quickly forgotten once they're eaten. But a set of durable work tools will always stay with you, and get you through many sticky situations. Well, still, I won't be giving Nichka any tools this year. She wrote me a letter saying that she'd like a copy of To Kill the Brave. The book is not what you call a bestseller, but luckily, I have a few copies in my collection. They were really old editions that were published a long time ago, but they should still be readable.
Children her age love fairy tales. The last time I was at Tasoli's, I even brought Nichka... Wait. What did I bring her again? It must have been her favorite thing, but, why can't I remember it anymore?
Oh, it is quite hot today. Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name?
My memory can't be this bad. It's just these last few days. I've been forgetting things for some odd reason.
Well, in that case, why don't you use the Blaze Gem inscription you have as a memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, that inscription will never wear out, and it's easy to carry. I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full. No. I engraved some wishes on my Blaze Gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tasoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this Blaze Gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers. So, many people who bought Blaze Gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come true.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Don't worry. We usually ask Tasoli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the Blaze Gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
That's true. In the end, a Blaze Gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. The only one who will answer is yourself. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. It would take a lot of effort to change the words. And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. If you ever lost it, you'd just be filled with regret. Still, it's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and selling for more.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's such a bad thing for Tasoli to make some money by selling these. At least she and little Nachka are better off now. and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some... Huh? What was I planning to send to Nechka again? Ugh, this memory of mine.
Alright, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory. You should, go back. Yeah, get some rest.
Right. Right. Please give my regards to Tlisoli and Nechka. What's going on? Maybe I should go talk to Ernly to get some medicine.
So you'll be going to Nechka's birthday party too, Shilonen? Oh, perfect! Then let's go together!
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tlisoli too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her? Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter. Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Huh? Wait a second, our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise? If we ask Nechka, then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her, and that would ruin the surprise!
But if you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like? Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter. That might be a good option.
But shouldn't we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it. Shilonen, have you really never asked her what she would like the most? There must be something else she'd like besides books.
Unfortunately, no. Nechka's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than rest in bed. She didn't even have the strength to talk to anyone. It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regained strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes and we can each give her one.
No, that's terrible! That would really look like we didn't try. Let's just go ask Nechka. Even though it would ruin the surprise, we could at least get her something that would make her happy. Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her? Is it really that unpopular?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave. The premise of the book is pretty straightforward. It's basically about a set of twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord. But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother, To Kill, discovers that the king's spirit has possessed his younger brother, Remok. In the ending of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the demon lord, before jumping into a volcano. I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, Remok said, "I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left." The other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market, so the story was revised. In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. According to the author, this gave the story a happy ever after kind of ending. However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, it had hardly sold any copies and the books were collecting dust on the store shelves. The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book and have resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it. Even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition is nearly impossible to find. Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Nachka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few copies of the old edition in a warehouse. I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nachka. If you're interested, I can give you this extra copy to read. The pages are pretty old, though, so please be gentle with it. Oh, and here's a copy of the newer edition, too. They gave me a free copy when I went to buy some chocowaddle.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the book. Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now.
Let's get going. Tlasoli lives pretty far from the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there.
This realm is... If you ever have it...
Forging ancient names isn't my primary work. Helping people in the tribe forge tools and weapons makes up the majority of my work. After all, ancient names...
Go on now, Yengu. Nachka is still resting.
Hey, Tlasoli, we're here!
Oh, what a surprise. And even Shilonin is here too.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nachka's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the Brave, right? Well, I've brought the book for her. There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer. I asked a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options, so I brought it for Nachka.
You haven't changed a bit, Shilonin. Let's go inside. I was just boiling some chocowaddle, so you can all try some. Shilonin used to love drinking chocowaddle. When she was little, she would always have several cups every time she came to visit me. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my Nachka. Alright, for now let's... Oh,
Auntie, let's go inside. Traveler, please help me get her into the house.
Oh, Paimon will help too! Be good, Yengu, and don't get in the way.
All right, let's get indoors. Watch your step, Auntie.
Sorry. Nechka's illness has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights. I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't scare you. Have a seat. I'll fetch you a few cups of chocolatl. Please wait a moment.
Oh, I've already brought them over. This cup's for you, Auntie. And these are for you, too.
Chocolatl? What does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be pretty bitter. Traveler, could you give it a try first?
Oh, don't worry. Auntie always adds a lot of sugar. It won't be bitter.
The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid. But now you're a pillar of the Children of Echoes. No, of all Natlan even.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to the drinks I had here and the books I happen to read.
We heard that you two are from the same tribe, but Paimon had no idea you were so close.
When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names and how she was a good role model for the rest of us. The moment I became idle at home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
Then I would have your parents go back, boil you a pot of chocolatl, and let you play in the house.
Yeah, and then I would drink and listen to you banging away with your tools in the workshop. But eventually, she moved out of the tribe to find some more space, and I didn't have the chance to visit again after that.
But why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks just now?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house. Let me see. Yeah, that should be Nechka's bedroom then.
That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw. But you're all grown up now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown Nechka's bed. That's how Nechka sees Shilonen too. Whenever she's feeling better, she always asks me when her pen pal sister will be coming to visit.
Well, yeah, I'm here now, and even brought a gift as an apology. I'll leave the book here.
You said Nechka asked you for the book? I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Really, I'm surprised that she even asked you for a present. When she's at home, she'd even ask me for permission to eat some snacks. Maybe I've been too strict with her. She's obviously starting to like her big sister more than her own mother.
Oh, really? Well, I'd say I really haven't done enough to deserve the title of big sister. Yeah, I wasn't able to help her when she was sick, and I didn't even come and visit her that many times. Well, the only thing I have been able to do is to help her find some books.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Shilonen. You have great responsibilities as the name engraver of the tribe. We both know you are far too busy to take care of her. The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you. We all know that Nechka needs her mother's care.
But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my work. And even now, I still have not found the courage to pick up my hammer again. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Shilonen.
Oh.
Ooh, why so somber all of a sudden? Don't be so sad, everyone. Hasn't Nechka gotten better lately?
Oh, relax, Auntie. I can handle the work. But once Nechka is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then. And I'll be sitting at the side drinking chocolatl and cheering you on.
If that day really comes, you can have as much chocolatl as you like. If you asked me before, I wouldn't have even been able to talk about it. But now that she's gradually recovering, I've also gained some courage to face what happened back then. Nechka's illness actually originates from the Abyss. That night, I was in the tribe, having a discussion over the forging of new ancient names. Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of monsters from the Abyss suddenly attacked the tribe, so everyone banded together to fight them off. I joined the fray as well, and it wasn't until the monsters were repelled that I got back home with some guards from the tribe. But Nechka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her. Maybe for 2 or 3 days. In the end, we found Nechka at the bottom of a short cliff. She was holding a dried-up embercore flower in her hand, and there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. It was all my fault. Before the incident, Nechka had asked if I could forge an ancient name for her. Work was busy at the time, so I told her that if she could find an embercore flower, I would use it as material to forge her an ancient name. Oh, Nechka, my daughter. My Nechka. I was holding her in my arms, but no matter how many times I called her name, she wouldn't open her eyes and look at me. I was the one who decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for work, and I was the one who left her home alone. Oh, my daughter. My Nechka. Why do you have to suffer like this?
Whoa, hey! It's okay, right? Nechka's getting better. She already has the strength to write letters now, doesn't she? Well, Shilonen has even brought her a gift.
Sorry. I just can't control myself whenever I remember that time. Phew. Alright. It's not every day that we get guests. I really shouldn't be crying like this. I asked someone to buy some ingredients for me, so why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I'll make some shrimp bisque, grilled fish and mint sauce, and tower tacos.
Oh, help! That sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want you to tire yourself out. Huh? She mentioned all those delicious dishes, and you're just going to make a fried egg?
Thank you both, but don't worry. It's just a few dishes. I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up. I can't eat a lot at this age.
Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no leftovers.
Ah, it just occurred to me that Shilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot pot. Why don't I make that instead of the grilled fish and mint sauce? I remember you don't like picking out fish bones.
Nah, both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now.
Oh, come on now. If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit or chocolate?
Cup of grain fruit!
How about a cup of green fruit mixed with chocolate?
Okay, got it. I'll go start cooking, but could you do me a favor in the meantime? I ordered a bunch of ingredients, and they should be here any minute now. Would you go check by the door and see if they were already here? If so, please bring them in. Come on, Shilonen. Stop lying around. You shouldn't nap before dinner. It'll ruin your appetite.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know. You don't have to worry about my appetite.
That's beside the point. If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get older, you'll...
All right. I'm getting up.
ingredients with Shilonen. It isn't far, so it shouldn't take us long.
That kid. That kid. She's just like Nachka. All right.
No one's come to deliver the ingredients yet. Paimon thought we'd see someone come flying down on a Yunkasaur as soon as we came out.
A messenger from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing down the cliffs nearby. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
I just saw a ghost. Hey, you there. Sorry, but does Tlisoli live around here?
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eaten myself. Never mind that now. Those monsters are still hot on my heels. Please, you've got to help me.
Shilonen, where'd she go? Whoa, she's already gone up to fight the monsters? Let's go help her out!
All right. Loaded.
All right, that should be it for the monsters. Yeah, it was easier than I thought. Oh, it also seems we're in good luck. The goods weren't damaged either.
Strange, we didn't see any monsters on the way here.
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. This area is usually very safe. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tepetlosaurs are in a frenzy. Tlisoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Nachka will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even... Nachka's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my kids have played with her before. They've even told me about Nachka's favorite game. If I remember right, it was... strange. I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden?
Look at that! He has a Blaze Gem inscription too!
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
Huh? Oh, sure. Pyra can
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
That's so weird. Why is everyone we run into today having trouble remembering stuff? Heimat's not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like it's all somehow related.
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange days like this. Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to eat tonight. All right.
Ah, you're finally back. What took you so long? I was starting to worry.
Oh, yeah, we ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now.
Alright. As long as everything's okay now. You all have a seat. I'll get the food ready. It won't take long.
Whoa, there's so much tasty food! You're amazing, Tlasoli!
They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone.
But Paimon can't reach that dish! Could you give Paimon some? Come on, come on!
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Of course! Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nechka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nechka can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some broth for her.
Oh no, but Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
Injuries caused by the Abyss cannot be undone. The doctor said the fact that she's stable is already quite a miracle. But it's okay. Nechka can talk to me now and can even hold my hand. That's more than I could ask for. Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
What do you mean?
The doctor said the Abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nechka's soul. She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Huh? But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the Masters of the Night Wind use to record things, right? Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Nechka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes. The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss, and can never be retrieved again. As one example of that, Nechka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother. She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this house? Was she abandoned? Nechka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her, and has never left.
So you plan on recreating Nechka's woven scroll all by yourself?
What do you mean?
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago? The delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him. Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when blaze gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing blaze gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you? Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this blaze gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name. And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the blaze gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Shilonin. That's right. I have a way to cure Nechka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nechka that contains all of her past memories.
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wyab's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your blaze gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use the inscriptions to form a massive memory bank for Nechka. And the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason all those people were having trouble remembering stuff is because the blaze gem inscriptions took away any memories related to Nechka?
Using other people's memories of Nechka to reconstruct her past? This is the first time I've heard of such an idea.
You've seen through my plans, Shilonin. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nechka and allow her to regain her past again.
But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the blaze gem inscription?
Not at all. Every time a blaze gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. That way, there's no chance of anyone in the tribe getting hurt. This is the central inscription that controls all the other blaze gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Nechka's ancient name.
You made all of this yourself, Tlasoli?
Yes, it was lots and lots of work. It was truly exhausting. Or perhaps I've just grown old. You saw it yourself. I nearly fainted just from being in the sun. I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments. But Nechka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechka up to this central inscription.
I thought you'd just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechka back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Nechka won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone. She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka. When that time comes, she'll be left to drift around the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from or where she should go. She is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechka name. Whether it be as her mother or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear.
Shilonen!
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses, and I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you. I'm sorry it took me so long to finish them.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please, take them.
Huh? What was that noise?
Nechka must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Nechka, don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything.
You go ahead and take care of Nechka, Auntie. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon. There are a few things I want to tell you.
All right.
Alright, so just for some context, it looks like the Shilonen quest got interrupted by the event quest. So I just gotta rush through this real quick. I guess I should have picked that new feature that makes it so that the quest doesn't get interrupted by other quests, since I don't have that many quests to begin with. I didn't think it was that big a deal. All I had was commission quests, but I didn't expect that the event quest would be the one that interrupts the Shalonen's tribal quest. So, yeah, that happened.
Let's head back to the tribe first. There's some things I need to get from my workshop. Disassembling the central inscription? It's not going to be easy.
There we go. So now we can continue with the main part of Shalonen's quest here. I'm going to reassemble the team, though. Let's see how that is. Because when I'm running, I don't like to press left on my D-pad, but pressing down on the D-pad makes it a little bit easier to switch. Let's wait for her little thing to highlight.
All right.
Yeah, that's a little bit easier to switch. Oh, you refill phlogiston doing that. I forgot about that. Okay, muting myself again to continue.
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy, so unfortunately, I won't be able to show you around. Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. Well, I suppose it was my fault for being so focused on searching for information at the time that I forgot to lock the door. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Oh no!
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place. But it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many ancient texts. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information as cross-references. This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch. It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. it doesn't have those kinds of physically tangible effects. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you. And that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way, it's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never have to worry about that. Oh, Paimon sure many wish they could be in your shoes, Traveler. Paimon's always flying! Of course it gets tiring! But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Anyway, this is what Plasoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. You know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there just now?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I, kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long. All right. Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we gonna climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down?
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, we always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. I really don't want to engrave such a large diagram with my bare hands.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechka.
So, Shilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, the work would be impossible. Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice. After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Outland's history. Giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway. So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Shilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Phew. Now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me?
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
A nickname? Shilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others. Smith?
Yeah, not bad, and quite fitting too. I'll remember it. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely. adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. And when the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. And there! That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Shilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time. More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with Anchor 1 and activate it with Density 3 phlogiston.
Whoa! A super huge diagram just appeared! Tlasoli's central inscription is even floating! So are you done checking the inscription, Shilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
That means we can help Tlasoli and Nechka now, right?
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have a choice in the matter.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to exist. But, before we get to that, I want to ask the Traveler a question. What are your thoughts on absorbing memories? Yeah, well, sounds like something you'd say. But if you ask me, there's a problem with what Auntie said. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person. By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she has accomplices, it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this Blaze Gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this Blaze Gem inscription that cannot be ignored. I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyab, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nechka as the only ancient name bearer of this ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nechka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories. And considering that Nechka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the correct past. Only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nechka's Wyab to help her extract the corresponding memories in the different situations she may face. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine. As long as every extracted memory is correct, Nechka would essentially be getting her past back. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nechka. But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
But how can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlisoli will...
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie. Bring it!
Shilonen. It looks like you've made your decision. Am I right?
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nechka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription. After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately. Only functionalities for outputting memories will be kept.
I accept. Thank you, Shilonen. I really...
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like you did.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help, compared to a name that's about to be lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nechka.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nechka control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nachka?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday and then bring it to her. It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Oh, is Nachka up again? But what was all that noise? It sounded like something broke. Uh-oh. What if something fell on her? We should check. Paimon will go have a look.
Nachka, don't hurt yourself.
Shilonen, is that you? You're Nachka?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello, Nachka.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times. You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Shilonen brought?
No, she's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Shilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I know nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back. Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy taking care of her that I forgot about the book and even forgot that she had asked you for a gift.
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find on the market now. Oh, it's all my fault. You wasted your money and now it won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nachka enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh, right. Nachka probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you. Oh! Seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Yeah, Nachka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days, why don't we take her out for a walk?
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't think she...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. Let's give her a proper celebration. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need more fresh air?
All right. As you wish. I also happen to have a few repaired Blaze Gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go together. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nachka's water bottle and some towels. Some medicine. Oh, and a parasol.
Talk about being prepared.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go. Please be good now, Nachka. Don't cause any trouble for Shilonen and the others.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nachka. Feel free to tell us anything. And even I was quite a handful for Auntie when I was little.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine. Okay, thanks everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
Let's go look for Igno. I've had her Blaze Gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Tosoli, what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, and Nichka too. Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about. I'm sure it won't be long before she'll be playing with Chenille and the others.
I hope so. Here, Ignal. This is your inscription. I've finished repairing it.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. Oh, by the way, I came across a piece of good quality ore a while ago. I was thinking of using it to make some pretty jewelry for little Nichka. I remember that Nichka would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nichka?
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. What kind would you like, Nichka?
I would like...
Something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before to make her an ancient name with an embercore flower design.
Noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next birthday. Sorry, Nichka. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay. Thank you, Shalonen.
Found it! Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nichka, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ores. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the blue asking for a volcanic crystal.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters to people in the tribe about all sorts of things.
That's how you know she's one of the children of Echoes. It's normal for us to be interested in ore.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave, when he was about to save his brother Rimac. According to the story we we should be right around... let Paimon see... Ah! Tequil prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on! I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name has sunken into the deepest of depths.
Then Tequil said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry.
Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nechka! Paimon remembers that's exactly what the book... Huh? Wait, what did the book say? Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly the same, so it's easy to get mixed up. But the ending in the older version is more interesting. Even if it's hard for kids to, well, completely understand. Oh, wait! Nechka hasn't read the other ending. It's okay, just wait a bit and Paimon will read it out for you.
That's not true. Actually, I already know the other ending.
You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh? Mom, Miss Traveler and I were just talking about the ending of that book. We were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone returned home safely. It's a really happy ending.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then what will Mom have to read to you at bedtime? Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight, but I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nechka a beautiful and durable piece of jewelry for her next birthday. But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next, Auntie?
Next, let's visit Apaish. He should be close by. Stay close, Nechka. Don't go too far.
Yes, Mom.
Bring it!
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today? Strange.
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Apaish.
I didn't expect to have 2 name engravers coming in today. Welcome. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a discount like usual.
Whoa! Offering a discount just like that? Tlasoli sure has connections.
She was once our name engraver and did a lot for the tribe. It's only fair that I offer her a discount.
Thank you for your generosity. I've finished repairing your Blaze Gem inscription. Here, have a look. Come on, Nechka, say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nechka. Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before. It looks like you're doing much better now. How about this? Go ahead and pick anything you'd like from the store. Think of it as a gift from me.
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you. If you don't feel like it, you can also let your mom choose for you.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. Go ahead and pick something for Nechka. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're always very durable. I always come here to buy things if I find myself in a pinch. Oh, do you have any child-friendly safety scissors? I remember seeing a few different styles.
I have a few in stock, but I put them in the back. Let me bring some out for you to pick.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the back and choose there? It should only take a moment.
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just go yourself and...
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. If you don't come and help me choose, I won't be able to pick one that Nechka would like. Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
And there goes Shalone dragging Tlasoli off to buy more stuff. Oh, what a busy day.
I won't run off. Paimon, who's your favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
Paimon's favorite? To Kill, of course. He went through a lot to rescue his family. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could. What about you, Nechka? Which character do you like?
I like Rimac.
Oh, the one who was possessed by Kuatlique, but never forgot his brother Tequil. He was also an amazing character. If it wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother would have been defeated by Kuatlique in the final battle. Of course! A story's only interesting if you can really get immersed in it. Hey, Nechka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Rimac, and Paimon will be Tequil, okay?
Miss Traveler, can I play the role of Kuatlique?
But isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Rimac and took on his appearance. Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Kuatlique was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nechka. Paimon's read both versions, so she'll be able to play along.
My favorite line is the one from the end. It's...
Come here, Nechka. Look at you. You're sweating.
Mom!
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water. This child. You forget everything as soon as you start playing.
We've picked something out for Nechka. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up. How was Nechka?
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part. Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Shilonen has dragged Tlasoli away from us a couple of times now. But why?
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now. Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let Nechka be in the heat for too long.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home. I finished repairing your Blaze Gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it, so it shouldn't fall apart so easily now.
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
Yes, thanks for that.
You're welcome. I just want to see Nechka get better.
Thank you, Miss Chevin.
It's fine. Honestly, you're both too polite for your own good.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale Blaze Gem inscription. So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices then.
Oh, Shilonen.
We already know what's going on.
You had me worried there. I thought we'd been found out. We'd be in real trouble if Pakal ever got wind of it. To be honest, I won't be able to cover it up for much longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days, and the ore reserves have noticeably decreased. The last time Pakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that I'd been using up a lot of ore to research new styles of jewelry. As for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I had found a new ore vein and wanted to extract some new gems from it. Sorry. I've been talking my head off. Please, come in and have a seat.
Sure, we can sit for a moment, but...
Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead. Remember to stay in the shade as much as you can.
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon hasn't looked at Natlan's jewelry very closely yet. Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have!
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Come on, Nichka! We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us pick something out!
Miss Traveler,
Come here, Nachka.
Huh?
Sorry, Chevin and Shilonen, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now. It'll be Nachka's birthday in a few days, and there's still a lot for us to do before then.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
Mom,
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I didn't.
Nachka, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom.
Nichka's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right. What should we do?
No, Nachka was having so much fun today that she forgot the time. It's not a big deal. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to recover if you carried her the whole way.
No, it's fine. I'll carry her. Let's go, Nachka. It's time to go home.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time with us today. Please be sure to come to Nachka's birthday party. Alright, it's nearly bedtime for Nachka, so let's part our ways here.
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book, that copy of To Kill the Brave I brought. I went to a lot of trouble to find it.
I understand. Really, do you think I'd let your efforts go to waste? It's very special to receive a book from you. I'm sure she'll put it somewhere safe. Right, Nachka?
Yeah. Thanks, Shilonen.
Oh, put it somewhere? Isn't she going to read it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already. She's even memorized nearly every line.
Oh, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nachka's probably never heard this version of To Kill the Brave.
Oh, what's different about this version?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published. It was released long before Nechka fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Shilonin.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nechka's illness is true, she shouldn't be able to remember anything about her past before her illness. So, the ending to the original version of To Kill the Brave is also part of the past that she should have forgotten. In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know the ending, right?
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this book? Even if she does remember the ending, what does that prove? Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition of the story.
Yeah, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that have happened recently. In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers Nechka reading the book. There are only a few shops in the tribe that sell books, or we can just ask Nechka where she'd read it.
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so there's a chance that their memories...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can affect the tribe's current memories? I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home. I
do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit.
I beg your pardon?
Nechka, where did you read that book? Answer me!
Go home, Nechka. Are you disobeying me?
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nechka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nechka. Right here, right now.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
That's the line from the old ending. Nechka remembers it!
I know everything. Shilonin, help me, please!
Something's blocking the door!
Get back!
Shilonin, wait for us!
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in. There might also be traps.
Whoa. What are all those things on Nechka's walls?
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here. If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go. Come on, follow me.
All right.
What is this place?
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Why are there people up ahead?
If you're up to shady business, you have to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate!
Out of the way or get blown away!
You win. Stick around.
Out of the way or get blown! That was quick!
Sign here, please!
Forget it.
All right. All right. All right.
What's this? Out of the way, or get blown away!
Bring it!
Out of the way, or get
raise knees,
blown
Echo!
away!
All right.
Yep.
All right. Let's finish this back. All right. Out of the way or get blown away. Into the shadows.
Get it!
All right.
Let the mountains face water! How annoying!
Strike like stone! Smash!
The door is closed here too. Where should we go now?
The transport system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again. Maybe it can take us further inside. All right, let's keep going! Bring it!
You got here quick. Impressive.
Nechka's up there! What are you planning to do to her?
I never lied to you. All this time, I've only been trying to save my daughter. Even though she's not my daughter yet. But once everything is over, she will really become my Nechka.
What is she saying? Is she not Nechka?
So you figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nechka. She has stayed in the Night Kingdom for far too long. She's afraid of the dark and cold. I'm the one who made her stay there alone, so I must bring her back. Don't worry, Nechka. Mom hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
I'm afraid so.
Then, who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But wouldn't you know it, her birthday is the same as that of my Nechka. I raised her and took care of her for many years. I thought that taking her in would help me feel better. I was so happy the first time she was willing to call me Mom. But then, I suddenly felt very scared. Is she really my child? My child's name is Nechka. It could only be Nechka. How could I be happy? My little Nechka is still waiting for me to get her home. As I said, I only want to bring Nechka back, even if it costs me everything. And now, the time has come for me to pay. As for my useless ancient name, it's finally time to put it to good use. If you're not willing to help me, then you can become the fuel for Nechka's ancient name. Shilonen, you have yet to make a move. I take it you're examining the inscriptions around you. It's no use. I've already set up the Blaze Gem inscriptions, and the engraving diagram has already begun to run. It's all thanks to your ideas. Now, the central inscription will finally become Nechka's ancient name. After Nechka returns, I'll make sure to invite you to her birthday party.
You're not gonna go up there, are you?
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate. So on my mark.
Don't worry, Nechka. Don't worry. Mom is here.
3.
Mom will always be with you. I'll never forget you.
2.
Wake up, Nechka. Now. Please, wake up.
1!
It's alright. It's alright. You'll see Mommy soon. Nechka.
Keep back! Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone?
Nechka, why?
No more medicine. Will you stay with me forever? Please never leave me again.
Tlasoli, you're the one who twisted Nechka's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved and echoing peaks converge, disperse, in ashes be reborn, for flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechka. Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me. The old births the new, as flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the loam. We've known each other a while, but we've never met.
You're Nechka?
Yes, but I still don't know your name.
My name's Nepeka.
It really suits you. Nepeka, I bless you from the past and wish that every day of your future will be filled with peace and happiness.
I saw Nechka and was speaking with her, but now, where? Where did she go? Nechka? Nechka? Where are you? Answer, Mommy. Please. Please. Shilonen, you saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechka. I felt her hands and hugged her. I was right. I was right. Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechka will...
Have you still not come to your senses, Auntie?
What senses? I was not wrong. Nothing about what happened was wrong. She's just a little upset and was trying to ignore me. That child sure knows how to throw a tantrum. But I understand. I can accept that.
Enough, Tlasoli! The person you summoned with the Blaze Gem inscription wasn't the real Nechka at all. You collected memories of Nechka from countless people, but you forgot one thing. Among what you gathered were not only real memories, but also countless emotions. Didn't you realize what kind of emotions people would feel upon seeing Nechka's condition?
when people held a dying child's hand, when they felt her faint breath and saw the helplessness in her eyes, when they sensed her body growing colder and colder. What could they feel but abject pain and sorrow?
I took those emotions.
You absorbed those emotions into the Blaze Gem inscriptions and solidified them as a piece of her past. Those gray figures were projections of that past. They could only reproduce the appearance of Nechka in her sickly state. What the real Nechka wished to say was drowned out by those twisted and painful thoughts.
I didn't want things to turn out like this. All I wanted was to remember Nechka, to see her again.
Nechka has always been with you, Auntie. Everything has long been recorded on your ancient name, the one you said was useless. You exhausted every option and sacrificed everything in the hopes of saving your daughter. That is undeniable. But have you forgotten the true meaning of your own ancient name?
My ancient name is Undugu.
The immovable love between you and Nechka has already been recorded in your ancient name, but you chose to ignore that. Names are blessings from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. You gave Nechka her name, her first blessing. But now, you've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive, and you've imprisoned yourself.
Nechka is everything to me. Without her, I can't see any future for me. And as for blessings... What blessings have I had since the day she passed? I see her in my dreams every day, grasping my hand, telling me she's in pain, asking me to hold her. But I can't say anything. I can't grasp her hand. All I can do is shout her name over and over again until I wake up. Every day, every single day, I've hated myself, and ancient names too. Who knows? Maybe hate would have been the only thing left to her too.
You think Nechka would have come to hate you? Auntie, do you still remember the last words Nechka ever said to you? Do you remember what her final words really were? The reason you haven't felt blessed is because you've forgotten the true past. Auntie, you've been wallowing in memories of your imagination and refused to let go of them. A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree with no roots, rotting without a future. It's over, Auntie. It's all over now.
Slowly now. Why don't you stay lying down? Oh, on second thought, this might not be the best place to rest. Shilon and Nechka, Napacha can already stand now, so we made our way over.
Thank you, Paimon and Miss Traveler. I'm fine, really. The real Nechka helped me just now, so it doesn't hurt much anymore.
That's good. If you became Nechka, then this story would really become the To Kill the Brave. This isn't the place to chat. Come on, let's get out of here.
But what about Tlasoli?
Oh, don't worry. She won't be able to cause any more trouble now.
All right.
Right, I've locked Auntie in the house with a few ropes. I'll take her to the tribe shortly to be punished for what she did. As for now, we can get away from the house and get some sun. After dealing with all of that, I'm completely out of energy.
She's already planned out everything. Shilonen sure doesn't waste time. It's still so scary to imagine. Tlasoli wanted to turn her adopted child into Nechka, and she even nearly succeeded. Yeah, she was so cool in the final moments. She went right into action and took control of the situation instantly.
Well, it's all thanks to Nepeka's resilience. She never gave up. If it weren't for her bravely trying to get help, then I wouldn't have noticed Auntie's plan so easily.
It was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last idea I could think of. I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before, but they were all either quickly whisked away by Tlasoli or simply refused to believe me. Even if I told them everything, Tlasoli would just blame my illness to cover it up. All she had to do was start to cry, and then the guest would try to comfort her, but completely forget about me. She would inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange medicine. It would put me to sleep for a few days, and it would be hard for me to remember anything. I would see a lot of weird things while I slept, and the walls around me would start talking. I would be so scared every day. If I wasn't able to get your help this time, I might have just given up.
You have us now, Nepeka. If anyone dares to hurt you again, the Traveler and Shilonen will send them flying!
Yeah. Sorry, I just can't help it.
You are already super brave, and you even managed to call Shilonen for help. Oh, you definitely found the right person. Shilonen isn't the kind of person who gets distracted easily by crying. She pays attention when someone's talking and doesn't miss a beat.
And it was because of your help that I was able to pick up on the details. Without you, it would have been extremely difficult for her to communicate that she needed help. Tlasoli would certainly be more on guard if I tried to speak with her, and would probably have just kept Nepeka locked up in her room again.
So we had a part to play too! But where did Tlasoli even get the confidence to try this scheme? When Nechka was alive, surely many tribe members would have tried to help her. Was she not scared that someone would realize that Nepeka wasn't Nechka?
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription she created would not only collect information related to Nechka's past, but also actively erase people's memories of Nechka. It's similar to graffiti. If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then first you must remove the old painting. It's possible that I was also one of her targets, which would explain why she was so willing to let me have the central inscription.
Whoa, and you still took it? If it were Paimon, she would have thrown that thing away the first chance she had!
Well, you can't uncover the truth without taking some risks, right? If I hadn't disassembled the inscription myself, I would have never realized her actual motives.
So you suspected her from the very beginning?
Oh, no, she's my auntie after all. How could I have seen her as a villain from the start? The most I did was keep the possibility and a corresponding plan in mind, and it was just our luck that the worst-case scenario actually happened. But now that I look back on it, we still managed to rescue a suffering child, even if that wasn't our original intention. Anyway, I think we've just about summarized everything and praised each other enough by now. Everything is finally over, and Nepeka can finally be herself.
So, what should I do now, Shalonin?
You should do whatever you like, of course. No one's going to lock you up anymore.
But I don't know what I can do. Everything I know is about Nechka. What she liked to eat, which flowers she enjoyed, how she acted and spoke. I'm not her, but I can only be like her. I don't know, Shalonin. I just don't know.
Oh, don't worry, Nepeka. The Blaze Gem inscription isn't working anymore. No one will force you to be somebody else again.
But I no longer remember anything about myself now besides my name. What if I never remember my life and lose all of my past? I'm scared, Shalonin. What should I do?
Oh, don't cry, Nepeka. Here, take this. I took some ore from Tlasoli's collection and made this as a mold.
A Blaze Gem inscription! You can make them too?
Oh, of course not. It's just a pretty piece of stone. Take it. I've engraved your name, Nepeka, on the top. This is your first blessing, the one you received from a pair of people who loved you with all their hearts. It has always protected you and stood over you. For all of past, present, and future, it's never strayed far.
But I don't even remember the names of my parents. I don't remember anything.
Huh. I won't make any big promises and say everything will return to normal. I'm not sure what kind of future you will face. I can only promise that no matter what the future holds, your name will never fade. This is a blessing given to you by a name engraver. You'll continue to grow and mature as a sapling sprouts upward and becomes a healthy tree, or as birds spread their wings to fly high into the sky. Your name is your starting point, as well as your guide. Remember your name and everything you've experienced, and you'll know how to step into your future.
I'll do my best.
You can do it, Nepeka!
Thank you all. Shalonin, Paimon, and Miss Traveler.
If you really can't come up with what to do, don't worry. Just relax and take it easy. We're from the same tribe after all. If nothing else works, I can always go to the elders and look up your history. And until then, you can stay at my workshop. I can handle another mouth to feed. Oh, I don't know if the plan will work. I'm not even sure who I should look for. Well, rather than placing our hopes on a plan that relies so heavily on luck, we should just focus on ourselves. Well, anyway, enough about all that for now. Let me take Tlasoli back to the tribe first. Oh, come with me, Nepeka. Oh, gosh. I nearly forgot that we haven't even had dinner yet. What would you like to eat?
Huh? Oh, anything. I'm not picky.
Oh, good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us. Oh, and one more thing. Happy birthday, Nepeka.
All right. All right.
Oh, you're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest. Well, the tribe is still discussing that. I mean, not many have ever used ancient names to commit a crime. Pakal will have a lot on his plate. What I do know is that Tlisoli's workshop will be closed permanently, and any remaining incomplete Blaze Gem inscriptions will be completely destroyed. And as for the completed Blaze Gem inscriptions, I'll be handling them, which, whew, yeah, yet another hassle to deal with. Anyway, at least her ancient name is fine. Otherwise, we'd have a real mess on our hands. Oh, and speaking of ancient names, I actually have some good news. The memories that were absorbed by the Blaze Gem inscriptions can be restored to their owners. Now, once all the Blaze Gem inscriptions stop working, the memories will return to their respective owners. Yeah, That's right. Huh. Wait, now that I think about it, in her attempt to get Nechka to come back, Auntie made the entire tribe forget about her. Now, Nechka really is gone, but everyone is about to remember her. Phew, what a bizarre turn of events. She's resting in my workshop. I contacted others from the tribe and told them about my plan to conduct an official investigation into her history. The tribe hasn't responded yet, so I'm planning to take her in for now and teach her some crafting skills. But that's for another time. For now, she should just rest and sleep. After all, she's got a busy future ahead of her.
Failure is just a step on the path to glory.
Is this even salvageable? 14, 21.8 crit value with a really low roll of attack. It got exactly 4.0 attack percent. That's the lowest roll possible, and it got flat defense. I don't think this is salvageable. It's not even gonna reach 30 CV. The most I can get out of this piece now is, let's see, it's at currently 21.8 CV. So 7.8 on top of that, 28, 29.6 CV is the maximum. I don't think this is worth it to even roll it anymore. Let's see, Farina's plume has... Well, we wouldn't be replacing this with the one that we just got, that's for darn sure. It is the only other plume we have with crit value on it. So there's that. Let's just max it out. If it doesn't get crit again, I'm not even gonna keep this for official. Honestly, I shouldn't roll this. I'm not gonna roll it. It's dead. It got a high crit rate roll, but a low attack percent roll. And Fischl's current plume has 30-something% crit damage. And I don't remember what her substats were. Fischl's up here. I mean, yeah, her substats suck. It has EM, so there's that, I guess. But it still has 33% crit damage. Yeah, no. It's not worth it. If I'm gonna switch to Golden Troop, the pieces have to be just dominating over the value of the pieces that I already have. Like, the attack sands is gonna be hard to replace, but it's still, if I get crit rate and crit damage attack sands on Golden Troop, I can replace it. But as of right now, that piece is not worth keeping. Oh boy, what an upset. Wow. Well, that just happened. We definitely want to give this piece to Kirara, so let's, or even if this doesn't roll crit, anymore, I'm still gonna give it to Kirara. Man, that was so upsetting. I can't believe that really awesome piece. And I did call it too. Once I saw that flat defense, the curse was real. I knew I was gonna be cursed. Unfortunately, I didn't call it this stream, but I did call it in general. Dang, I don't have enough to max this out, do I? We could do an artifact run. Yeah, I can do an artifact run and I'll be able to max this out today. Yeah, let's do an artifact run real quick before we do Imagineering Theater or anything else. Whoops, I forgot to claim those other rewards. Booyaka, there we go. 60 more Prima Gems in the pocket. And now we can do the event too, I just remembered that. Okay, we'll go to that here shortly. Plus it's way over there anyway. Okay. Whew. Wow. Kinda sad. I can't believe that one Golden Troop plume. That's like one of the few things I got that was decent. And it rolled so bad. You know what though? Maybe I should just roll this. See what it gets. That's maxing it out. So I want to see if I can roll energy recharge, but I don't have enough. I don't want to use my +4s. I don't have enough from this to get this 4-star piece to +8. That's unfortunate. Unless... Yeah, no, I don't have enough. Shoot! Let me see. Will this get energy recharge? It's a good HP sands. You know what though? I don't like keeping the sands for the 4 stars. I usually use the sands from a 5-star. And I only just recently started keeping the sands for instructor pieces. So I'm not going to keep this sands. This might be enough. Ooh, that might be enough. Double? No, okay. Okay. One at a time, see if we get a 2 times XP bonus. We did not. Yay! Yeah! Finally! Something good. 7%, that was good. That was a good roll. 35% crit damage. Let's go. It got all 7s. I just realized that. It might have got a 6.2 and a 7.8 at one point. But for the most part, this thing looks like it got all 7s. And that's 7 times 5, so it was a 3-line start. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't keep it because... Or I didn't... I rolled it to see what the 4th line was. I think. 7 times 5 is 35, right? 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah. So I got 5 crit damage rolls. That means it started at 7% and got 4 more rolls. So this was a 3-liner, and it still got 35% crit damage. Hell yeah. The substats... unfortunate, but, I mean, this is a good Dendro damage goblet. What would happen if I switched it right now? I would lose a lot of crit rate. I know that. But... Oh my god! Right at 200%? Are we kidding me? Just like my beta? Oh, my beta was over 200. Oh, wow! That makes me so happy. I mean, I do lose attack percent and some energy recharge, I think. Because I think the other goblet had more energy recharge. Oh no, it didn't. I don't even lose attack percent. What am I saying? I have the same attack percent. 1469, and then switch to this. Oh, I have less HP, though. That's unfortunate. Oh, wow, though. I mean, that's not bad. That's really not bad. And it can only get better. It can only get better, because if I can get better deepwood pieces, I mean, this isn't bad either, but like, think about it. Think about it. If this didn't get flat defense and flat elemental mastery, flat defense and EM, and this could have gone into crit damage or crit rate. So yeah, at least one more roll from this piece could have gone into crit rate or crit damage. Then we look at the plume. Oh my god, terrible, right? This could have been attack percent. Energy recharge is good, but this could have been attack percent and higher rolls in crit rate and crit damage, as well as the missed roll that went to flat HP in this case could have gone into crit. So the plume can only go up from here. The flower is hit or miss. It's kind of hard to replace. I mean, in consideration to like what I have, so it has good attack percent, or not really. I mean, it could have been 10%, but it has attack percent. It has flat attack. Those technically help her. I would have preferred energy recharge, but it is what it is. But this flower is replaceable, right? So this could have had higher crit rate and higher crit damage rolls. So the plume and flower definitely replaceable, and arguably the easiest things to replace. Whereas the attack sands, not so easy to replace. The crit damage circlet also could have had better substats, but hard to replace. Very good crit rate. So I think it won't take too much effort to get a good plume and flower for my Kirara. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to farm Cinder City next, right? I'm going to try to farm Cinder City to get Shilonen a better circlet. I want a healing bonus circlet. And honestly, her goblet and sands are fine. I don't need that much energy recharge for hers, and just having the sacrificial sword as a weapon gives her plenty of energy recharge. If I were to get a defense circlet, I can immediately switch to a healing bonus. I mean, god dang it. If I got a on-set defense sands, I can immediately switch to an offset healing bonus circlet that has better stuff, right? So maybe I can find one with... No, never mind. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this has energy recharge. So, yeah, there's that. Or I could go defense percent, which... I mean, I have this. I could level this up. This has crit damage on. Wait, why do I have this? What is my Chefrus using? Also, is this healing? Oh, this has energy recharge. Lock. Anyway, what is my Chevrus using right now? Let me just do healing bonus. Is my Chevrus not on the healing bonus circlet? Or am I blind? Whoa, 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 whoa. What is Chevrus on? Chevrus, what do you want? Oh, that's why. I'm using the offset. Okay, that makes so much more sense now. Yeah, because I think I wanted energy recharge. Yeah, because this doesn't have any attack percent, so it's not great for her, but... Oh wait, no. I don't want attack... What am I saying? I don't want attack percent, I want HP percent. That's right. I wanted my Chevrus to have HP percent. Attack percent. What the hell was I thinking? Yeah, because I'm not trying to pad out her damage right now. So yeah, my Shilonen has options for healing bonus offset healing bonus circlet. So I just need to get an onset defense sands. That's why I don't have this locked. So that way I could just feed this into whatever sands I get for this set. Or a healing bonus circlet. Whichever comes first, I'll switch Shilonen to that piece. And then I'm just going to focus back on the Deepwood Gilded Dreams domain. And try to get my Kirara better pieces, and hopefully a replacement for my Yai Miko in the Gilded Dreams set. Because I need for my Yai Miko, I need to get a Gilded Dreams circlet that has crit damage and crit rate. Currently, I don't have that. If I look at the circlets I do have, this is what I have. no good. This only has EM. Like, the only good substat on this was EM. So yeah, I would like to farm more Deepwood Gilded Dreams. Okay, so that's the plan. That is my plan.
So many as I thought. Oh,
Man, I'm so happy that that Dendro Damage Goblet rolled good. Wow, that was so fantastic. From going from a terrible Golden Troop piece to that was pretty good. Should I keep this locked? No. No, we're not gonna lock it just yet. The Animo Damage Goblet. I mean, this could also roll well. I feel like I just want to fully enhance it, but I just saw a video from a theory crafter, and they were going over Chaska's kit, and it seems like you don't want to go Animo Damage Goblet. But then it's like, well, then what do you use? She's an Animo DPS that doesn't want Animo. It's so weird. So I don't even know if I want to level this up. Let me see, what are my current Animo Damage Goblets? So I have this, this, and this. I could give... Does Farazan care about any other substat? I don't think she does. Yeah, she just wants energy recharge, and you can't get that as a main set in a goblet. So I don't know that I would even want to take Farazan's piece. And Farazan's piece is on set tenacity. So I don't think I would take Farazan's Animo Damage Goblet anyway. Man, that has a lot of crit rate. Yeah, these are my stats on Farazan right now. And tenacity is really good on her for the teammates that she can buff, because her burst does the... I forget what it's called, something collapse. It's something that her aim shot does after you use her skill. That explosion that it does is what feeds you particles, as well as that's the part of her skill that does damage. So that's what counts as doing skill damage. So her burst does that collapse thing at C6. So she's constantly triggering the effect of tenacity as a result. Let me just look up what it says. Pressurized collapse. Yeah. So her burst triggers pressurized collapse when you get her to C6. Animo damage bonus. Should I crown her? Yeah. I think the only other thing she can do is convert attack bonus, but I think it's base attack. Let me read this out loud. When characters affected by the wind's secret ways, powerful winds benefit deal animal damage using normal charge, plunging attacks, elemental skills, or burst to opponents. They will gain the Hurricane Guard's effect. This damage will be increased based on 32% Farazan base attack. One instance of Hurricane Guard can occur once every 0.8 seconds. This damage bonus will be cleared after Prayerful Wind's benefit expires or after the effect is triggered once. So, I mean, I'm using a Fav bow, which has the lowest base attack possible. So this passive isn't even that great, but it's still something. But it also means that, let's say I want to go attack percent on her goblet, it really wouldn't benefit her at all, because it doesn't benefit her buff. Let me see. Yeah, skill damage, pressurized collapse, vortex damage from her talents. Let me see the other passive. When Farazan is in the Memphis Gale state created by Wind Realm of blah 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 blah, the amount of time taken to charge a shot is decreased, and she can apply Wind Secret Ways wind to opponents here by the vortex. Okay, yeah, so nothing in her kit says that she needs to have a type of stat where, like, attack, HP, or defense. Nothing in her kit says, hey, you need this to make your support capabilities better. So, I wouldn't want to take her anemo damage goblet away from her. Energy for her. Increased duration. She can fire more aim shots. Yeah, not even in her constellations. Unless I just skimmed over something too fast when the active. Yeah, no, nothing in her kit even says you need to build her for attack percent, defense, HP, anything like that to assist her in her supportive capabilities. You just give her energy recharge. That's it. That's all you need. So if I do I have a tenacity goblet that I can switch to that has energy recharge? Technically, it's on Nilu, so no. I have one on Layla as well, but that's also HP, so she needs it. No. Yeah, no. There's no point in switching the goblet. What about Sands? Do I have a tenacity Sands? So her current Sands is attack percent. So technically, I could go energy recharge Sands and give her Skyward Harp. That way she gets the high base attack for that one passive. I don't know, I kind of like getting some damage out of her. Anyways, yeah, all that's to say, if Chaska doesn't use an anemo damaged goblet, how do I clear everyone's thing? I guess I would just have to do it every time I look at the character. If Chaska doesn't need anemo damaged goblet, it just makes me think that I need an attack percent goblet, of which I have several. Several that are usable anyway, so that have crit value on them. I have 2 on emblem. Wait, 3 on-set emblem goblets that have very crit damage. That's insane. But yeah, I have this Gilded Dreams goblet that has excellent substats. By that I mean energy recharge. It has a high roll energy recharge, 40 CV. Very good for an attack percent goblet. So I have options. Oh, I forgot about this one. Why is this on D-Luke? Why does D-Luke have artifacts? Is he a placeholder? Wait, he would be up here. Why do you have this equipped? Get your filthy hands off me. Anyways, yeah, so I got options.
I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid.
And apparently Chaska won't be good on Viridescent Virenir either. So she won't even have supportive capabilities. She's just a DPS that doesn't even need anemo damage goblet. This is going to be so weird farming for her when she comes out. Because I will be guaranteed to get her once I save enough primos. I hate this guy's voice acting. Or voice actor. It was so miscast for English. Pakal sounds like a... Well, he doesn't sound like what he looks like, I'll tell you that much. I was expecting something, instead of, hey, Kachina, I was expecting, hey, Kachina, or something like that. And his voice actor is just like, well, I'm gonna have to see if I can get permission from your parents, or something. I was some weird thing, or, well, I'm gonna have to see your ID, or something like that. And I was like, what the hell? Why does he sound like that? Man has 3 hair picks, a huge fro, some bomb-ass shades, like really good shades, this huge club, right? This huge weapon, and he's like, I'm gonna need to see some ID. I'm like, why do you sound like that, bro? Why don't you sound like, hey man, I'm gonna have to see some ID? Like, come on, sound cooler than that. I don't know. At least if the current voice actor for Pakal could have at least went from, I'm gonna need to see some ID to, I'm gonna need to see some ID. Like, put some deep tone into your voice acting, not such a laid back, voice. It's just, come on! Hoyoverse, where are you getting these guys? Anyways, I gotta stop doing that. Just getting sidetracked, ranting about BS that doesn't matter. Okay, so we just finished Shilonin's quest. So what's next? What time is it? I didn't get any calls for the interview thing today. I didn't get any notifications. I even restarted my phone, just in case. No new emails. So I'm probably not gonna get any interview call today, so I could probably just keep going. But it has been 4 hours and I haven't eaten any. Well, I had a bowl of cereal, but I would like to eat some lunch. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the stream here. I might even just do the event off stream, because this isn't exactly exciting content. I mean, I could always make a video of me doing the event and just be like 2 minutes long, so that's something. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here for now. I don't know if I'll be streaming again later today. If I do, it'll just be Imagineering Theater, probably, and just messing around. So yeah, for now, I'm gonna stop this stream and upload it to YouTube later. I think I already uploaded my most recent Twitch VOD to YouTube, so that should be available to watch. That's going to be the Archon Quest conclusion. So yeah, let me go ahead and stop here. Just want to say, for those that were watching, and for those that are watching on YouTube, thank you for stopping by. Have a blessed and wonderful day, afternoon, or night, depending on when you're watching. Remember to stay happy, healthy, and enjoy. Have fun. Just remember to have fun. And don't forget that you don't need to spend money in this game to get good. So, ta-ta for now. Peace out.